Yes, anymore, though. What's
Today we're doing the next generation of Strong and Sassy. So I'm
Yes.
talking to university students. So I'm really excited because it's like a whole different world.
Oh, yeah.
How many years ago has it been since you finished uni?
I think more than 20 years.
It's been a long time.
20 years.
Yeah, and it's a whole different world. So, we want to talk to them about how they feel about how the world is moving forward digitally.
Okay.
So do they feel like, they can catch up, they can compete?
They can catch up.
What can we do but have the conversation?
Yeah, we can't ask that question of these, Gen Z generation. They've got...
No. I mean, in terms of the technicality, do they have access to the robotics and the AI?
Okay.
That's what I mean. I'm not talking about the TikTok generation.
Oh.
And that one, we can't.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
We can't.
So that's what we're doing.
Okay, great. And they are already taking their seats. You want to join them, the women of Ghana, the next generation of strong and sassy ladies have just taken their seats. Stay with them.
She had the opportunity to go to Yale, and there was a young man who was wooing her at the time, and she decided that, okay, let me go and get married. But those are crossroads moments in our lives. Whatever decision you take in your life would influence your future. Painful thing you can do to yourself is to live a life of regrets, and you do nobody any favors if you do that. Pros and cons follow every decision that you take. But look on the bright side of things and always make the most of whatever opportunities that you have.
Remember, it's okay not to be strong all the time, and it's all right to ask for help. You don't have to do it all on your own. Everything that you're learning is going to be useful someday. Trust the process, because it will make it.
If we're really honest, we're so afraid. We're often so afraid to do things, whether it's because somebody says we shouldn't, because we ourselves don't believe in ourselves, or because we actually just see that we're going to go into a path that might be dangerous for us. I think it was also said in the same breath that we have to take risks, and maybe a better word to use instead of saying take risks is to say just live your life. Because when we live governed by fear, we lose out on so much.
Joy 99.7 FM. Homes, businesses, communities, whatever the space, wherever the place, Azar is the paint. Azar paints are high quality, long lasting, and always give a great finish that will make your space shine. At Brighton, Azar, still number one.
From the Azar Group.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up.
I feel like I've said this so many times today, but this is Joy 99.7 FM. Good evening and welcome. This is Strong and Sassy on this very special day, International Women's Day, and we're celebrating all things women. Thank you for staying tuned in to Joy. I hope you've had a good day. We've had a lot of fun here. So a very big thank you to all of our guests who've been through here today, all of our guest hosts, and all the women who've done so much today to make it special. But now we're going to do our very own thing here on Strong and Sassy tonight. My name is Enimo Animado, by the way, and we're on until 7:50 because, as you can imagine, the football people have hijacked us. Apparently, there's a big match this evening, so Gary and the team will be coming through at 7:50 so that they can start the commentary. So we're going to have a really quick conversation, and today I'm really excited because we're doing something that we haven't done before on Strong and Sassy. We're doing a next generation conversation. So I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves, and then I'm going to tell you what we're talking about. So, okay, you go first.
Okay, so I go by the name Ikiasewa Nkrumah. I'm a level 300 student. I'm offering computer engineering at the University of Ghana, Legon. Thank you.
Okay, so Ikia, and then...
I go by the name Jessica Paribia Pia. I'm a third year student from the University of Ghana, reading biomedical engineering.
Oh wow, that sounds very serious. What about you?
Okay, so I'm Sally Abba Asifua, level 300 biomedical engineering student of the University of Ghana. And I feel great to be here.
Oh well, it's so great to have you. What school did you go to?
Infantsman Girls.
What school did you go to?
St. Peter's Mission School.
What school did you go to?
St. Louis Senior High School.
Okay, great. I just wanted to know your background so that I can shade you. I mean, depending on how well your school did for NSMQ. But yeah, that's just by the way. So what we're doing today is we want to have a conversation with the next generation about how they feel about today's International Women's Day and the whole theme and everything that it means. So the UN gave us this theme for this year, digital, depending, innovation and technology for gender equality. So the point of today's celebration was to highlight the gender gaps in STEM education and careers, and also calling attention to the online harassment that many women face. So we're going to have a conversation around this, mainly how you guys feel about your education here in Ghana, and in terms of digital stuff, whether it puts you on the same platform or level to compete with, those who are your age, who are outside or who are in different schools. Yeah. But before I do that, though, what does it feel like to be a woman in Ghana today? In the first place, like, what is life generally like for you guys? Who wants to go first?
Okay, I don't think it's as different as the world sees it. I think the world sees women to have it easy all the time, but then I don't think it is as they see it. Like, I think we do well because we are in the kitchen, we are in school, we are in the business. Like, we are combining a lot of things, and then I think that it is great to be a woman.
You think it's great to be a woman? It is great. Okay, what about you?
Okay, so personally for me, I feel it's a privilege to be a woman in Ghana because you are posed with so many challenges, and as a Ghanaian woman, if you are able to overcome these challenges, then you are a strong woman indeed.
Wow, okay. Strong and sassy. Sally, what did you want to say?
Strong and sassy.
Okay. Yeah. So to me, it's an honor to be a woman because, like Yukia said, you are compounded with so many duties. You have to balance home, have to take care of your children, have school, you have education, and if you're in a relationship, you have to manage that as well. So you have all these at hand to take care of. So it's just amazing to be a woman, and I feel proud to be a woman.
You like being women?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that, like, you guys face, or the things that really bother you?
Okay. I don't like it when someone doesn't want to assign a task to me because I'm female. Okay. Sometimes, even in the class, they want someone to do something, and then they're like, maybe you volunteer to, like, no, this is not a woman's job. It's for the male. Yes. Even recently in class, we have this lecturer. He's always like, I'll give you a quiz and then we are going to separate the boys from the girls. Like, he thinks he's saying what he's saying, but then mentally you are thinking about it like, what does he mean? Does it mean that girls are not able to, like, as the boys do? Yes. So
that kind of sucks.
It does.
Yeah, that actually sucks.
Exactly.
Because then it's almost like he's putting you like up to fail. Like, okay, it's definitely the boys are going to do better.
Exactly.
And then it's going to show why girls are girls.
So even if boys aren't doing better, they are girls now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's one thing that you kind of struggle with and don't like. What
like
about
it.
you?
I don't think I struggle with anything because...
Hey, wow. Okay.
She's strong.
We have a superwoman on our hands.
Not really. I equipped myself with a lot of things as I was growing up. So I don't see anything to be really challenging for me. Yes. I really like to associate myself with men because I think I can learn a lot from them. Yes. And so I don't have any issue when it comes to that.
Wow. So no issues at all?
No.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody not have issues.
Maybe she's mentally and personally abused with such issues, so then she doesn't think about them. Exactly, because they see females to be weak generally, but then I know that I'm not weak. I know that I'm not like other females, or maybe how they perceive females. Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Like what Ekia is saying, I believe it's a mental thing. Yes. So if people are seeing you to be weak and you believe you are weak, then you are weak. So I don't position myself in that. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So one problem I face is when you buy something for yourself, they'll be like, "Oh boy, and a Toma one." I don't know if you experience that. If I get myself something nice, they'll be like, "Hey, Abba, oh boy, and a Toma one." So can't I buy something for myself?
Wow.
That's always my problem. I really get mad when people say such things. What do you mean by that?
Is it women who ask you that or men who ask you that?
Mostly men. Yeah, or boys, let me put it that way. So
there's a certain like perception that you can't do it for yourself.
Unless a man helps you or sponsors you or something.
That's very interesting. Why do you think that the men or the boys are thinking like that? Is it because there are actually a lot of women who allow the men to just do everything for them? Or?
I think it's because of what they've seen. Yeah, there are lots of women out there who solely depend on men for everything. So they'll just assume you are part of them, but that's not the case. I love to be independent. I love to buy things for myself. If I have the money, why not? Because I want it. Yes, I'll go get it.
I think it's something we came to meet. We came to meet men having the financial burden or responsibility on themselves. It's like they have to provide for everything. They are taking care of themselves and then providing financially for the women and like other people. And then I have male friends, and then some of them speaking, they feel like it's a responsibility to take care of women. And if you're with them, let's say lunchtime, we go to eat together, and they're like, you tell this boy, so you are here and then you're making the girl pay, like that kind of thing. They feel like they have to pay. You understand? So like society has it that males have the financial burden on themselves, and that females, we have to relax because we are relaxed all the time.
I see. Wow. You wanted to say something?
Yes. So it's been a trend since the 80s, like Ekia said. So we came to meet it. So if you're a female and maybe you try providing for yourself, they are definitely going to think, oh, you have a sponsor. You have a sponsor somewhere. Yeah. So I believe it's a trend. And even with women who are like providing for themselves, sometimes some women go like, oh, I need to get married so I can get all this burden off me. And so men are going to think like that.
Yeah,
exactly. I see. It's very interesting. I thought, I don't know why somehow I thought it was just us older people who had that kind of. I didn't realize it started with you guys.
We've come to meet it, and it's happening with us. So.
Even with boys your age.
Yes.
Wow, I see. So what's the respect thing like? How do the boys? How do they see you? How do they regard you? Do you feel like maybe in terms of equality, they've moved on from maybe the way their fathers or their do they see you as equals, or do you feel a certain kind of discrimination even in the way that they relate to you? The boys, your contemporaries.
Okay, for my class, they do relate with me on an equal basis, and then some of them will even be like, hey, we are leaving it for you. Like, they make you seem like you are so perfect because you're female and then you're doing what males are doing. Like in the computer engineering field like this, we are 36 in the class, and then we are just 6 girls in the class. So like the ratio of boys to get like 5:1. You get it? So it's like females are doing what boys are doing. So then they tend to respect us. But then I don't know if it's a thing with boys. They feel too big. Like when you stand up to them, they feel like, no, that's not your level. That's not your space.
I see.
They have that kind of self-absorbed ego.
That doesn't go away. Yeah, I think they're born with it and they die with it.
It's disturbing.
So. It's disturbing, yeah, it is.
Okay,
you guys
so for my class, I see it as they regard you when you are when you are knowledgeable, when they see you put in a lot of effort in your studies, you learn hard, you deliver, and all of that. They uphold you in some way. Right. They really regard you. So there is no discrimination. Yeah.
Okay.
If they see you are doing well, then you are like them. Okay. Or you are better than them.
Okay. Did you want to ask?
So I side with what Sally said. So I haven't felt any discrimination from the guys in our class because they make you feel like you are one of them. Yeah. And whenever you are lacking with something, they make sure they help you. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like it's not too savage out there.
No, it isn't.
It's manageable.
It is.
So, okay, so let's talk about, before we move on to the digital stuff, let's also then talk about the whole... So I'm looking at the three of you. The three of you are kind of tiny and skinny. Okay. Right now, the world out there is a lot of buttocks and, you know what, small hips, and it's like small waist, and like you debab, right? Yeah. So, I mean, what is that like, the whole body image thing in school now? What is that like? And then how do you guys feel being skinny? Because y'all are skinny, like you know what cute. I mean, right? Okay, she said she's cute. She's also cute. Yeah, no, I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, you're cute, but is that an issue or not yet?
To me, I'm not bothered at all. I love the way God made me. Yesterday, I went to eat with my friends, and after that, we were leaving, and we saw a lady, and she was all endowed, and she was moving. Could see she was really proud of her body, and she was taking videos. And a friend made a comment. What did he say? It was like, he said, that's what he said. Okay. I was like, hey, now what about me? And they were laughing. So in the end, I just love the way I am, and I know God will bless me. It doesn't have to depend on my body. If I'm working hard, if I'm praying hard, if I'm doing the right thing, then I'm good to go.
Yeah, good to
my body wouldn't dictate what I will earn in future. It will never.
That's amazing. I'm glad that you feel that way.
Yeah, I really feel good about myself.
So I can see that. I can see. Jessica, do you wanna?
Okay, so I don't feel intimidated when someone is bigger or has everything than I do, because like Sally said, I also feel okay the way I am, and nobody's shaming yet, so
nobody's shaming yet. So body shaming is not a big thing in school yet, or is it your circles, your clique?
Our circle of friends.
It's your circle. That's so you guys are all like you're cool, so you're not like body shaming each other.
No, it's not
but
that.
you get the kind of male attention that, I mean,
No, I'm pretty.
Okay, so you get a lot of male attention.
Oh yes, that you can't resist. Like
You can't.
It's inevitable. It will come. Yeah.
And how do you deal with it?
Okay, so my mom will say, "Wako school, 'cause you're not ready for this." So yes, I feel like I'm not ready. So yes, but then it's also good that you do relate with them well, and then you try not to make. Some of them, they feel so bad when you kind of shun them, because they feel like some of them like you are rude and disrespectful. Meanwhile, you haven't said or done anything rude and disrespectful. But it is advisable to maintain that kind of relationship or like good
relationship. So
them.
You tell them no, thank you, but then you're still nice.
Yeah, nice. Yes.
Okay. What about you, Jess?
No proposals yet.
Oh, okay. How come? Is it because you are like squeezing your face at them and like, don't come near me? Oh.
Maybe. Maybe.
I think that's probably it. But how do you guys feel about the pressure on women to get married, or the fact that a lot of women are defined by whether they're married or not?
Okay. Growing up, I say I don't care about getting married. Actually, I just want to make it and then feel like I have made it without a man.
Okay.
Because people, as she said early on, you make it and they're like, who is sponsoring you? But then making it without a man feels like kind of prestigious. But then it's like, yeah, growing, get yourself a man, like sort of. And then it's like, you have to. But then I feel like it's not a necessity.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you feel like it's because you're young, that's why you're saying it's not a necessity?
Probably. Maybe.
Maybe.
It could be biased, yeah.
Okay, you guys.
Okay, so marriage is a thing for me.
Okay.
I once said I would marry right after university, but maybe I've changed my mind now.
Okay.
But then it's still a thing for me.
Okay.
I'm in for marriage right now.
Oh, right now.
Right.
So like you don't have to. You wait till you finish.
Yeah. So if I get a proposal and I see we are both serious and
I make me smiling. Maybe he's ready.
Oh, wow.
Why not?
Wow.
There is no time to waste.
There's no time to waste.
Yeah.
Why do you? Why now? Why this early?
Okay. Okay. I'm not young. I'm 22, so by completion I'll be 24 or 23.
I like the way you're saying I'm not young. I'm 22. Yeah. Okay. So it's
okay.
fine.
So I'm quite. I think just
So
I'm a year older than you. Than them. Yeah. So I'll be 24 or 23 after school. After service, I might be 25, and I'll be growing. I'll be getting old. So
wow.
Yeah.
So the earlier,
the better. Thank you very much for your words.
Why did you say that you're a baby?
Because I'm a baby.
Okay, how old are you?
I turned 18 last month.
Oh, that's
yes.
So yeah, you are kind of a baby.
Yes.
How old are you?
22.
Okay, so you
and we are the same.
And you guys are the same age. But you're not Russian.
Yeah,
like.
No, she isn't.
I'm not. Marriage is beautiful. So my mom always tells me that in Sarenia and your peso, some people might be blessed to have a beautiful marriage, others might not. And that doesn't mean you should envy what someone has. Maybe it's your part to just stay alone, live in your solitude and do great things. Maybe it's also for you to get married and have a beautiful family. So whatever that comes your way, just be glad with it.
That's really amazing, I think, to realize that early on, because there are actually a lot of women who are older who are struggling with that acceptance of, maybe it's my path to have this, maybe it's my path not to have it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So what do you want to be when you finish school?
What do I want to be? I want to be a fashion designer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biomedical
engineering
into
and fashion.
Okay, so why this to do that?
Okay, so with the fashion designing thing, I wanted to be a part-time something, but then I'll still venture into it. There are so many fields under biomedical engineering. I've still not found an interest. I had interest, but there are more than one. So
Okay.
yeah, so
So
I'll
it's kind of evolving.
yeah.
Changing.
So
Okay.
I'll certainly find an interest, and I'll venture into that after school. But then I'll be doing my fashion thing alongside.
Alongside. All right. It sounds good. What about you, Jess?
Well, I want to do a lot of things, but right now, I would love to be a surgeon.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want to continue this path down to medical school?
Yes, please.
Okay. So what kind of surgeon?
General surgery.
General surgery.
Yes.
Okay. So that's 4 years. With this, then what do you do after that?
So with this, then I go into medical school for 4 years. Then I do my housemanship for 2 years.
Okay. So you have a long path ahead of you.
Yes.
But you're willing to do that for what you want?
Yes, I'm willing to do that.
Okay, I like that. I like that. What about you, our baby?
I went to go into AI after school, but then AI is broad. And then initially I wanted to do just hardware, but then with the way school is structured, we tend to do more of software than the hardware aspect. So it has drawn my attention to the software aspect, and then I want to mix them. I want to merge hardware and software. Yeah.
I see. So, okay, I'm glad that you brought up school. Because what we also wanted to talk about was how you guys feel about, you know, how we see on social media and you read articles about how the world is moving forward. So with AI, for example, there's so many exciting things that are coming up. And, you know, there's so much talk about how in a few years, robots will be doing the jobs of humans.
Exactly.
And like how, I mean, children outside are like learning to code and create games and do all these things. How do you feel in terms of your education? Do you feel like it is equipping you for the real world, or do you feel like, okay, I have to do this and hope that when I'm done, I can find an opportunity outside or find an opportunity somewhere else to do more? Like, how do you feel about your education?
Okay, so our educational structure doesn't give you the 100% or even 80% of what you need to get yourself out there and doing something like View, because it's, even though our lecturers are trying to give us more practical ideas and the examples that they give us when they are teaching us, but then we are doing more of theory
Done
and then
practicals.
exactly. So now you have to be using YouTube and other resources to equip yourself. Exactly.
So how do you teach things that are practical? Because I can imagine that if, for example, you were in the UK or the US or Canada or whatever, if you're doing, like, let's say a lecture on robotics or AI, it would be using a computer, like it would be doing. Is that how it is here, or is it more talking about the doing than the actual doing?
We do talk about the doing than the actual doing, even though we do some do's.
You do some do's.
Yeah, we do have lab sessions and practicals, but then it is not enough.
What kind of, describe your lab sessions and your practicals?
Okay. Now, one barrier with the lab sessions is that the tools and materials needed are not in enough like quantity for us to be able to use them. So then we are in groups. And then with some of the groups, you find 2 people doing it, and then in a group of 5, 2 people are doing it, and then 3 people are saying, I'm writing the calculations, I'm jotting things down.
Yeah.
When they are not like really following, so then you see 2 people get in, even those 2 people doing the thing, they don't know what they are doing. They are just following what the lab technician is doing. So you do this, okay, I'm doing this, but I don't know why I'm doing this, and I don't know the result of what I'm doing.
Okay, so it doesn't like really leave room for creativity.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, you guys can come in. I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't leave room for. How about you? Because you are doing a completely different course.
Yes, so with my aspects, so I read biomedical engineering, and I would say I have a lot of hands-on experience because my prof always told, Professor Elsie Ifakofman always told that.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to wait for the opportunity to come your way. You have to like search for them. And so I do a lot of searching. When I go home, I do a whole lot of searching, because in school you are not going to get all of that opportunity. You're not going to get a lot of hands-on experience and all of that. So when I go home, I do a whole lot of searching on opportunities, and any opportunity I come across, I make sure I try. Whether it's above me or not, I'll just try. And there's no harm in trying. And it has helped me a lot with my experience with hands-on learning and all of that.
Okay, how about you?
Okay, so me, I like being authentic. So sometimes I enjoy trying something I just learned on my own. So there are YouTube channels, there are so many resources out there you can tap in and learn stuff on your own. So even if class sessions are not practical, you can just use YouTube, although you don't have materials, but then by watching you get to familiarize yourself and you get to understand what's going on. And sometimes the barrier in the lab is that, just as Akia said, two people, they will be doing their thing and the others, they wouldn't even understand what's going on. They will just say we are writing. And the two people doing it, they will be reading the lab manual, but then they don't even understand what's going on. That's the funny thing. And the materials too are not enough. We have to wait. Sometimes some of us have to go out for others to finish before we come in and all of that. And that wastes a lot of time, and it's sometimes not practical or sometimes not help us. So you just have to find ways and means to
educate yourself, basically.
So indirectly, the school trains us to be tough. Yeah,
I mean, it trains you to be tough, but the whole point of going to university, to be tough is secondary. The primary thing is to be equipped. So, I mean, do you then feel like, okay, this is the best that we have, there's nothing we can do about it, but this system is letting us down? It's not I mean, how do you guys feel about, I mean, this is because you see your friends who are not in school in Ghana and the kind of exposure they have and the kind of, you know, how do you feel about that?
Okay, so now this system is down. So doesn't mean you have to sit and wait for them to bring in more equipment, to bring in more materials. No, you just waste your time. So you have to devise ways and means to overcome the down system. So it all depends on you. There are several opportunities out there. There are several help out there. There are several ways out there. So just fish out one and know what works best for you and go by it.
Okay, well, you guys seem pretty well adjusted. It's like, okay, well, this is what we have. So
how the system is, so yeah.
2 years and counting. So
that's how it's been.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any experiences you want to share about having to kind of figure out your own stuff?
Okay, so I think that, you see, when we go on vacation, like the long vac like this, some people would prefer to stay at home and then learn from YouTube and others, but then others will decide to do internship to find out how it is out there on the job.
Okay.
So I did internship in 100 and 200, and then I will in 300 and 400 national service as well. And then I realized that what I did, my internship, it wasn't anything close to what I'm doing in school. And then I have had conversations with people who have completed, and they're like, you know what? You have to learn whatever you want to learn in school because they form the basis of whatever you're doing on the job, even though it is not the whole thing, but then it forms the basis, because if you don't understand the fundamentals, you wouldn't be able to understand whatever advanced thing you have to do on the job. So then you get the basis, and then you have to acquire skills from online and other sources available to you.
Okay. All right, Jess?
So people always say the education system in Ghana is just theory. But I feel like if you don't know the theory, then how can you apply it? How can you be practical about whatever you are going to do? And so in some way, the system is helping us, just that we don't have a lot of resources to accommodate the number of students in the university.
Okay.
And so students should equip themselves with that theory. And when they go back, find other ways, like you said, internships, to apply it practically. Yes.
Okay. Well, you guys are making me feel hopeful, because it's like, okay, there's some light, we're in the system and we're trying to make it work.
Others made it, so you when they made it, the technology wasn't even advanced, but now technology is advanced, so why can't you make it?
Okay, so you don't feel like you're at a disadvantage?
No, not at all.
You don't?
Not at all.
No.
Wow, amazing. Okay,
we are less advantaged, but then we are not disadvantaged.
Okay,
exactly.
I like that. So we're less advantaged, not disadvantaged, which means that you feel like you'll have the foundation and you can catch up.
Exactly.
But a lot of that is from the inside of you. It's like your own determination. Because the three of you seem like pretty determined. Like we're going to make it, so we'll take what we have and then we'll do what we can do.
Exactly.
Which is really great. So with the theme for this year, the International Women's Day, there was also the issue of cyberbullying and all the online social media stuff. So you guys kind of have always had social media, right? You haven't gone through the phase of life where there was nothing like Facebook, nothing like Instagram. Did you? You've always had it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, some of us when we're teenagers, there's nothing like that. So
TikTok.
Nothing like TikTok, exactly. So it's life for you.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about the dark side of social media? The things that go on there, the bullying, the fact that people can come and say stuff to you that they won't say to your face. How is it like in your world, your social media world?
In my world, well, I haven't had so much of bullying on social media.
I think you guys are also good girls.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I am.
Okay, so you haven't had much bullying.
No, I haven't. I don't recall any instance of bullying on social media because...
How active are you?
On my LinkedIn, I am active. I'm not active on TikTok. I'm not active on Instagram.
Okay, so you're not trying to be a social media star.
No, I'm not. Yes, I could be in like a positive way, like strong and sassy, like impacting like girls, like exactly. But then not with the other side of social media. Exactly.
Okay, what about you, Jess?
I haven't experienced any form of cyberbullying because I'm not a fan of social media. I'm just active with my LinkedIn and WhatsApp account. Yes.
What's on LinkedIn that's so exciting?
Okay. LinkedIn, the fact that you're exposed to opportunities, and then it's like that's where you get your exposure, because the whole world, LinkedIn is like portraying who you are, but on the
serious side of you.
Exactly. The serious side of you. Who you are, yeah, but on the business, educational, like end. Yeah. So
you guys don't TikTok?
I don't have TikTok on my phone.
You don't TikTok? You're not on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram.
Are you on Instagram?
Yes, I have an Instagram account.
Having an Instagram account and being on Instagram are two completely different things. You are not on Instagram. Wow. You're on Facebook?
No.
Why? I'm just wondering. I mean, why not? You don't? Are you on Facebook?
I'm not a fan.
I think I have a Facebook account.
Are you on Twitter?
I have an account.
Wow. Are you on Twitter?
I have a Twitter account.
I see. Are you on Twitter?
I also have an account.
But you're not active. Facebook?
No.
Instagram?
Yeah.
And TikTok?
No.
Why are you guys? What is it about you guys that you're not getting with the hype, the vibe? I mean, like, why aren't you TikToking, Instagramming, posting your selfies, your face? Why not? What's different about you that you decide that you won't do that?
Okay, personally, I had my first official phone when I was coming to the university.
Okay,
exactly.
Right.
My mom is like, you see, when we're in SHS, I'm like, Mom, my friends have phone. Why is I'm using their phone? And then she's complaining because my other sister changed her phone, so she's like giving the other one to me. And then she will come for it and say, I'm a child, I'm not supposed to be using phone, because when she was even growing hair, she bought a phone and then her dad said she should return the phone and then collect the money. So I think it's from home for my end.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay, so it's how you've been brought up.
Yes.
Okay, what about you?
Okay, so there is so much noise on social media, and no matter how disciplined you are, in some way it might affect your way of life. And so I prefer to just stay at one corner and just mind my business than to just be on Instagram or
and social
TikTok.
media. You feel like it's not the life for you.
Exactly.
So it's just a lot of focus at the
Yes,
moment.
please.
What's about you?
Okay, so I enjoy entertainment, and I would say my source of entertainment is Instagram or WhatsApp. But then I don't know, for some reasons, I don't like TikTok. I don't like Twitter. I just don't know. Facebook radio. It's not my thing.
It's not your thing.
No.
I'm surprised because, it's kind of portrayed that you guys are like the social media generation and you're out there and every part of your lives are documented. So is it that the three of you are like weird when it comes to your generation?
Oh, no, because I don't know. I get all my source of entertainment from Instagram. So I don't see the reason why I have to have a TikTok account. Because I'm virtually going to do nothing there. I wouldn't be doing anything on TikTok. And the videos I get on Instagram, most of them are from TikTok. So it would be like...
It's the same thing for you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put the anchor, you are better than these two.
Oh, yeah.
Because these ones, they are not... at all. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll kind of end the conversation. But I'd love to hear if you have any comments, any advice, anything you'd like to say to the girls in the studio. 055-1111997. And apologies that we're not on Facebook today. We had a bit of issues, but we're live on Twitter, so you can go to our Twitter space and find us there. All right, let's go for a break. We'll be right back.
Homes, businesses, communities, whatever the space, wherever the place, Azar is the paint. Azar paints are high quality, long lasting, and always give a great finish that will make your space shine. At Brighton, Azar, still number one.
From the Azar Group.
All right, so unfortunately, we have like 2 minutes because we have football. But I've really enjoyed this conversation. I'm still trying to decide whether the three of you are the rule or whether you're the exception to the rule. I'm sure your parents are very proud because you seem very focused. And I'm listening to you guys like not like TikTok, and I'm thinking about how my 14-year-old daughter lives on TikTok the whole day. So I don't really know. But I think maybe it's the age, maybe it's the focus, maybe it's the seriousness, but it's really great. That you guys, and you're very strong. I mean, to not feel intimidated or, not feel like you're at a disadvantage. I always worry because I've always felt like our educational system doesn't really set us up for success. But it's been great hearing your stories. So before I let you guys go, do you guys want to say hello to your parents or wish, your moms happy International Women's Day before we go?
Happy International Women's Day to all females in my life.
Including your mommy, who
my mom,
may collect your phone
sister.
from you if you don't wish her
Exactly.
properly. You better wish her properly. Okay, Jessica.
So, happy International Women's Day to every woman in my life. And I would love to say thank you all for the support and encouragement you've given me so far. And God richly bless you.
All right.
Okay, so happy International Women's Day to every woman in my life, my mom, my grandmom, my female cousins, my best friend, every woman in my life, and a special one to Nyamiche Wilson Dinah, the CEO and founder of Black Sisters in STEM and the team of Black Sisters in STEM. Yeah.
Nice. Before you go, who is your role model? Which woman do you look up to?
Okay, so there are lots, but then I'll share two.
You're so dramatic. Assembly. Okay, there are lots.
Okay, so
Madam Fashion Designer.
Okay, so Vicky James, she's in Nigeria.
Okay.
She's a fashion designer, a top-notch fashion designer. And Prof. Elsie Kaufman. I want to climb the ladder in academia, so yeah, she's also my role model. And my mom is my role model because that woman is
amazing.
I don't know what to say. And Nyamiche Wilson, she's simply exceptional. She's very young, but then the achievements, the energy, the strength
is great.
It's just so amazing.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh. Jessica, what's about you?
My mom and the late Dr. Amy Awoku. Dr. Tetefiu and Professor Elsie Hoffman.
Those are the women that you look at. You dear, you're very, 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 very serious. So, hey, I'm like, wow, it's amazing. What about you, madam?
Okay, so Elsie Kaufman doesn't know this, but I love the woman.
It's not a joke. The way she doesn't open her mouth too much to ask the questions.
I really love her. I did concerts for my school, but I didn't get to meet her. And anytime I see her in the engineering school, I just want to hold her.
Oh. Have you spoken to her before?
I haven't spoken to her before.
I think we have to arrange that then.
Yes.
That would be
very great. And
that would be amazing.
My mom is a very strong woman, and I'm really praying for her so that she really eats of the fruit of her labor.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. I love that. Thank you guys so much. My AJS team, Equia, Jessica, Sally. Thank you for being. You're the first young ladies I've had on the show. And it's been really great talking to you. I think we should do this a lot more often. My name is Enimo Animado. Thank you to the production team, everybody who stayed. And I hope you guys had a great day. Follow me on my social media pages, Facebook, Enimo Animado, Instagram, Enimo_AA. We're doing exciting stuff, so keep your eyes open. We'll be back next week, Wednesday. Those of you smiling at me with all your ancestors, it's on to all of you. Anyway, good night. Football is coming up next, which is why we're closing early. But next week, we have a conversation on surrogacy, freezing your eggs, contraception, taking your fertility into your own hands and deciding as a 21st century woman when you want to have kids, how you want to have kids, where you want to have kids, and whether or not you want to have kids. So you definitely want to be here for that conversation. We'll do this Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Abeko, I love you. Mwah. Bye. Good night, guys.